OK， 就呢個啦。Yesterday we have already talked about all of these things, right? Okay. The 5 important points to draw the box and whisker diagram. Okay, but did you realize that we still have something about this diagram? It is about the 25%. Okay, so what is meant by 25% is that between smallest data and first quartile, there are 25% of data. Okay, the smallest 25%， 最細即係個數值啊，數值最細嗰25% 嘅 data 咧，就會分佈咗喺個 smallest data 同埋 Q1 之間嘅。Okay, and then between Q1 and median, there are also 25% of data. 第二細嗰1/4係嘛？每個都係1/4嘅，25% 即係1/4啦。最細嗰1/4就喺 smallest 同埋 Q1 之間啦。咁 Q1 同埋 median 之間咧，都係包含咗1/4 set data 嘅，就係第二細嗰1/4啦。OK， 第三細嗰1/4。OK， between median and third quartile, Q3. Okay, between median and Q3, there are also 25% of data. 1/4 of all the data is between median and Q3. And then between Q3 and the largest data, there are also 25% of the data lying between these two numbers. I mean the value of the data are lying between these two numbers. OK， 即係話咧嗱，其實我哋都係咁樣做噶嘛。我哋咪中間切一刀，然之後喺頭尾即係前後嗰兩等份裏邊咧嘅中間咧都再切一刀。其實我哋係咪切咗3刀㗎？一嚿嘢一團肉，你切咗3刀，咪將嗰團肉分咗做4份咯。OK， 但係咧我哋分嘅時候咧就唔係望到佢望到個長度嘅一樣，我哋要知道咧裏邊嗰團肉咧 ，OK， 即係真係嗰啲內涵咧，頭嗰1/4嘅內涵 ，OK， 有幾多料喺裏邊，要等於咧第二個1/4，第二團肉有幾多料喺裏邊，等於第3團肉有幾多料喺裏邊，同埋最大嗰團肉有幾多料喺裏邊，咁樣 ，OK， 就係咁樣斬4刀啦，將啲 data 由細至大排好佢，然之後中間斬一刀，就變咗最細嗰一半同埋最大嗰一半啦。咁喺細嗰一半裏邊嘅中間再斬一刀嘅話咧，就變咗最細嗰1/4，同埋冇咁細嗰1/4啦。喺大啲嗰半裏邊嘅中間斬一刀嘅話咧，就分咗最大嗰1/4，同埋冇咁大嗰1/4啦。get 到可 ？OK， 得唔得？咁呢個咧？嗱，唔好睇少呢一個喎，呢一個咧冇乜數俾你計嘅，但係好多時咧喺 MC 裏邊咧都會問到呢個 concept 嘅 ，OK， 即係呢個1/4咁樣，得唔得？喺 MC 裏邊會問到呢個 concept 嘅，甚至乎有陣時喺啲 long prep 裏邊叫你 explain 嗰啲題目嘅話咧，都會牽涉到呢個 concept 嘅 ，OK， 嗱，老實講咧，呢個話難唔難？話易都唔易嘅，難嘅地方喺邊咧？難嘅地方唔係喺你計數嗰度，係你要意識到咧，你要記得有呢樣嘢。OK， 即係你望到，如果條題目係講緊呢一紮嘢嘅，咩 smallest datum 啊、first quartile 啊、median 啊、Q3 啊呢啲嘢嘅話咧，你腦裏邊除咗要記得個 range 係等於 largest 減 smallest。同埋要記得 interquartile range 係等於 Q3 減 Q1 之外，而家開始要記埋呢一個，得唔得？佢哋由最細數到最大嘅時候，我哋劈3刀，分咗4份，每份都佔咗1/4。 set data 嘅。OK， 全 set 數據嘅1/4就喺呢4份嗰度啦，係咪？平均分咗佢嘅。OK， 得唔得？呢個嗱，咁呢個咧可能咧之後咧可能會有啲題目咧，我哋即係再做到嘅時候咧，咁先再講。因為呢個其實冇數好計嘅，即係冇乜特別嘅數好計嘅。講真 ，OK。咁啊我去到即係真係遇到嘅題目嘅時候咧，我先再攞翻出嚟講啊。OK， 好啦，咁但係今日咧想你預備好你個計數機先，得唔得 ？OK， 計數機啊，請你今日要預備計數機，因為心算都心算唔到㗎啦，我都 OK。呢個我都要撳機嘅，嚟緊今日要教嗰啲嘢啊。OK， 好啦，咁我去翻 MacBook 嘅clear 咗先啊。MacBook 嘅後邊page 64 係啦。Okay， so let's go back to MacBook page 64. In this chapter, we are basically learning 3 important concepts. The first important concept is the range. Okay, is equal to largest datum minus smallest datum. The second important concept is the interquartile range, IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, this is the first, this is the second, and then the third very, very important concept is called the standard deviation. Standard deviation, OK， 標準差，中文名叫標準差。呢一樣嘢咧，你哋經常都會遇到嘅。OK， 通常如果你假設啊，第時你入到去大學或者大專院校嘅時候咧，你每一次測驗咧，即係啲大學嗰啲教授咧，每一次測驗啊，甚至會有啲功課啊咁樣或者考試嘅時候咧，佢都會俾個平均分你，即係你嗰班嘅平均分。然之後咧，平均分之外咧，仲會俾多一個數字你嘅。嗰個數字咧就係標準差啦。OK， 個標準差同我哋之前學嘅 range 同埋 interquartile range 嘅作用係一樣嘅，都係話俾你聽呢一 set 嘅 data 係有個差異有幾大，即係 dispersion。OK， 即係個差異啊。Okay, the range, the interquartile range, and the standard deviation, all of them are used to measure the dispersion of a set of data. Okay, is it very dispersed or is it very concentrated? Okay, so but the formula to calculate the standard deviation is actually much more complicated. OK， 嗱，今日咧我哋會學咧呢條公式，然之後如果我哋有時間啊，今日啊，我就會教埋你哋撳機，直接撳個答案出嚟嘅。咁咧通常咧喺考試咧，如果係long quack 嘅話咧，佢就會直接叫你撳個答案出嚟嘅。但係如果係 MC 考嘅話咧，咁佢通常就會俾咗一啲未知數你。你就一定要用翻呢條公式咧，去到計翻啲 standard deviation 出嚟嘅。OK， 所以兩樣嘢都要識，即係條公式又要識啦，同埋撳機都要識嘅，得唔得？我哋學咗公式先啊，公式先嘅。咁首先咧 ，standard deviation 我以後咧我就會叫佢做 SD，the standard deviation is SD。OK，standard deviation is abbreviated as SD，and then normally we will use a Greek letter to let the Greek letter to represent the standard deviation. 如果我用一個未知數嚟代表嘅話咧，通常咧就用呢一個。sorry， 嚟一次啊，用呢一個，好似瞓低咗嘅6字咁樣樣。OK，a sleeping 6。得唔得 ？Is sleeping 6呢個咧，我哋讀做 sigma。OK， pronounced as sigma。sigma。然後我話 sigma 嘅話咧，通常就係講緊個 SD 噶啦，即係呢個係個未知數嚟嘅。即係通常我哋話 let theta be 一個 angle 咁樣樣，得唔得？個 theta 就係代表嗰個數值，不過未知嘅，我哋就 let 咗出嚟先，得唔得？咁 SD 就係嗰個意思啦 ，standard deviation 標準差嘅意思啦。咁我哋要計嗰個 SD 嘅時候咧，可能有陣時會有一啲未知數去代表嘅時候咧，通常就係用咗 sigma 嚟到代表噶啦。OK，sigma 係一個希臘文嘅英文，即係希臘文嘅字母嚟嘅，咁樣樣。OK， 好啦，嗱睇住咯，我哋點樣計個 sigma 咧？係咁樣計嘅，超複雜係咪？未夠複雜嘅呢度，佢包含咗一啲嘢㗎。嗱睇住啦，我教你點樣記啊！我教你點樣記。我哋唔好睇呢一條公式，我哋睇一個 example。Let's go to example 1。Example 1。OK。好啦，我教你點計啊！我拆咗呢個先。我哋要計 standard deviation 之前，一定要計到個 mean 出嚟先嘅。OK，so there are 2 steps. The first step is to calculate the mean of the data. OK，the mean. How to calculate the mean？ 通常我哋叫個 mean 咧做一個 x 頭頂一劃，叫 x bar， 一個 bar，bar bar，x bar 咁樣。x bar is the mean. The mean is equal to the sum of data divided by the number of data. OK， 係嘛？即係嗰啲數據總和 over 翻數據嘅總數。OK，sum of data divided by the number of data。OK， 咁呢度係幾多嚟㗎？睇下40、90、100、30除5、6嚟嘅應該。So x bar is equal to 6. This is the mean. This is the first step. And then the standard deviation, the sigma. 睇住咯，我點樣計咧？我哋係逐個數據，第一個係1係咪？去到 minus the mean. Okay? And then take square. 數據減 mean square. The first one. And then the second one is 3 minus the mean, take square. And then the next one is 5 minus mean, bracket square, plus 9 minus mean, bracket square. And then next one is 12 minus mean, bracket square. And then we will divide it by the number of data. And finally, we take a large square root. OK， 得唔得？數據減 mean square 加下一個數據減 mean 嘅 square， 再加下一個數據減 mean 嘅 square， 加到最尾，然之後除翻 number of data。OK，so this is the number of data. Number of data. Okay, and then don't forget to take the square roots, and then you just use the calculator to do the calculation. Okay， 咁呢度咧，我會建議你哋咧，我會建議你哋撳一撳嗰啲括號2次先嘅。嗱，我呢度做埋佢啊，即係話咧，我意思係咁樣樣啊。我意思係咧，我會咁樣嘅，即係-5嘅 square 加-3嘅 square 加-1嘅 square 加3嘅 square 加6嘅 square over 5 square root。OK， 跟住25加9加1加9加36 over 5 square root。OK， 好啦，跟住你撳機啦，呢度係嘛？呢度係45、70、80。 OK， 咁呢個就係個 standard deviation。當然，如果你可以一次撳機，係覺得自己冇錯嘅話咧，咁你就一次撳一次撳咗佢。嗱，如果唔係嘅話，你穩陣啲嘅話咧，你就即係逐個嚟。OK， 慢慢嚟，係得。OK， 我意思係逐個 step 撳得快啲咁樣。OK，so this is how we can calculate the standard deviation。OK， 好啦，嗱我哋睇多一個，一齊做一個啊 ，instant practice one。OK，let's do it together。Do it together。我都係我唔填嗰啲格仔啊，即係自己做，但係一樣嘅咧，今次個 step 係一樣嘅。Find the mean and standard deviation of the data 嗱，記住喎，如果佢係嗰啲 data 係有單位嘅話咧，你做嘅呢度每一樣嘢咧，都係要有同樣嘅單位嘅。OK，the mean is equal to x bar。X bar is equal to the sum of data divided by the number of data。OK， 咁你呢度撳一撳機啦，呢度我費事心酸啦。So I think it should be equal to 12。OK， 好啦，計咗出嚟呢一個咧，寫翻個單位俾佢 meter。OK，and then the standard deviation SD the standard deviation. So we will use the sigma to represent this, and the formula is equal to the first data minus mean bracket square plus the next data 7 minus mean bracket square plus the next data 11 minus mean bracket square, and then plus 13 minus mean square plus 17 minus mean square plus 23 minus mean square, and then divided by number of data, and don't forget to take the long square roots. Okay, and then you may use the calculator here. So I think it should be 11,121 plus 25 plus 1 plus 1 plus 25 plus 121 over 6 square root. Okay, 26, 1, 4, 3, 4. I think it should be square root 49, and that is equal to 7. Okay, and this is the answer. So we need to write down the units. The unit is m. So the standard deviation is equal to 7 meters. Is that okay? 好，請問呢一個得唔得？如果得嘅話，呢度我想你俾個反應我。If you are okay, so please give me a response, give me a like or a clap. Yes. 我見到一個好大嘅手指公啊，呢個 good. If you are not okay, 如果想我講多一次嘅，俾個舉手我。如果需要講多一次嘅，俾個舉手我。OK, good. 好，嗱我嚟多次啊，嚟一次。不如我哋一齊做多一題啦，好唔好啊？一齊做一題，即係我費事重複講一次。下一題我如果你 OK 嘅話，
我問下，點解我計唔到個答案嘅？即係我計晒啦，逐個計啦，但係我開方唔係49咯，我2點幾咯。
2點幾？你上邊嗰度，你係一次過計定係逐個計㗎？
逐個計。
逐個計，咁你呢啲數字啱唔啱啊？
啱啊，啱㗎。
都啱嘅。
啱啊。
你記住括住121加25加1加1加25加121喎，先至除6喎。
唔使撳開方嘅咩？
臨尾先開方。嗱，因為咧，即係咁講，我哋盡量分細啲 steps 去計，唔好撳咗開方先。我哋係咪做咗啲加嗰啲先啊？應該，即係理論上係嘛？係臨尾先至再開方個 answer 咁樣，咁會好啲嘅，知唔知啊？呢個 get 到我？
好 ，get 到。
OK。好。好嗱，咁我哋一齊做下一題好冇？等我清 clear 咗先啊。 嗱咁，但係都係咧我想你交翻上去嗰個
阿 Sir，
係。
我咧好似咧撳唔到咧開方49啊！我咧係咪上面一個 step 我應該開方咗先，跟住撳入邊嗰啲121啊、25啊嗰啲，跟住 over 6，跟住直接刪括號，定係我上面嗰行應該要自己一個括號，跟住再 over 下邊個6啊？
嗱，你應該撳咗121嗰行先，跟住咧嗱你加晒撳晒所有加嗰啲嘢先，然之後撳 enter 啦係嘛，計咗個答案出嚟先，然之後咧就用嗰個 answer， 然之後除落，跟住就再撳 enter， 呢度係咪49啊？呢度
即係將加25加121。上面嗰行係249嘛，跟住就咁 over 6啊，定係咩話？200
上面嗰行好似唔係249喎，應該。
唔係294 ，sorry， 294
係嘛？294
係
啦，跟住就 over 6，
再 over 6，跟住就等於49，哦，跟住就
開方 answer 咁樣。
哦 ，OK，
明唔明啊？嗱，以後都係咁樣，跟住咧，我哋要搞清楚咧，其實撳機嘅時候咧，應該撳邊一組嘅數字先。你可唔可以你 get 唔 get 到應該點樣去排次序啊？其實如果係淨係睇呢啲題嘅話，
即係計晒入邊嗰啲，最後先加翻個開方俾佢。係
啦，冇錯。OK，咁嘅時候咧，其實穩陣好多嘅咁樣，好少會計錯數嘅咁樣計。OK， 好OK，so let us do question number 1。
阿 Sir， 我想問啱啱嗰題係咪都要放翻上去嗰個網度啊？
係啊，我係咪好似都有擺上去㗎？
但係我未見到有嗰個即撳嗰個 submit homework，跟住佢咪有嗰個有嘢俾你揀嘢，跟住先撳高噶嘛。但係嗰度乜都冇。
你試下 log out 再 log in 啦。
哦，好啊。
因為咁樣嘅，原來咧我發覺咧我寫呢一個即係 program 嘅時候咧。我要求太高啦，就係咧你哋如果開咗呢個網頁啦 log in 咗啦，但係如果你係開過第二啲網頁嘅時候咧 ，OK 同時間開過第二啲網頁嘅時候咧，佢就會斷咗你嗰個 log in 嘅 ，OK 咁我可能之後咧我會改翻冇咁強啦，即係冇咁要求咁高咁樣 ，OK 即係只要你仲係你冇撳 log out 嘅話咧，都仲係 log in 緊。咁就因你 log out 再 log in 過，係咪見到有今日嘅 class 啦已經？
有啊，見到啦。
OK，thank you。好，咁我哋一齊嚟做第一題啊。Number 1， let's do it together。Yes. So again, we're going to find the mean and standard deviation. Okay. So the mean, that is x bar, is calculated by adding all the data and then divided by the number of data, that is 4. Okay, and then you just use the calculator. So I think it should be 52 over 4, that is 13. No units. Okay, that is the first answer. And then the question also asks us to find the standard deviation, that is sigma. How to calculate sigma is we need to write down the first data, 7, the data minus mean, square, plus the next data minus mean, square, plus the next data minus mean, square, plus the next data minus mean, square, and then divided by the number of data, 4, and take the square root. Can you follow the step? Okay, 條公式就係咁啦。So this is the formula for calculating the standard deviation. 記得就係 data minus mean, bracket square, and then just counting all the data. Okay, looping all the data, and then divided by the number of data, and take the square root, final square root. Okay, And then you do the calculation very carefully. So I think it should be 36 plus 4 plus 4 plus 36 divided by 4. And then square root. And that should be 80, square root 20. Oh, if it is a long decimal number, 係咪爛數嚟嘅應該 ？OK， 開方20 ，check 多次睇下先，係咪先？係啦，應該係啦，40、80除4 20係 yes。OK， so if this is not a nice number, then you just leave the square root 20 here. That is the answer. It's okay. 好，掂唔掂呢度？ So can you do number 2 also?嗱，慢慢撳啊，撳清楚啲。喂，陳雍容喺邊度啊？陳雍容。喂，我收到你嗰個功課啦，已經，即係sorry個 classwork， 不過你可唔可以擺翻啱個題號啊？哦，即係寫翻。唔係，你啱啱交嗰份係啱啱交嗰題係第2題㗎嘛，係嘛？你識唔識點樣去轉去下一題啊？轉去下一題。哦，有得轉嘅。係啦，冇錯。原來是這樣。係有 next 係咪 next question 啊？見唔見到？見到。係啦。OK， 咁樣對我好啲嘅，得唔得？對我望你哋嘅功課嘅時候咧會好啲嘅。你啱翻題號嘅話 ，OK。啊，咁啊你呢個就由佢啦，呢個咁樣得唔得？ OK， 我估應該都冇問題啦，係嘛？睇下先 ，mean is x bar is 4 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 17 plus 18 divided by 6, and I think it should be equal to 12. And then the unit is second. Okay, so the mean is 12 second. That is the answer. And then SD, standard deviation, the symbol is sigma. And the calculation is calculated by data minus mean square plus next data minus mean square plus next data minus mean square plus next data minus mean square, 17 minus mean square plus 18 minus mean square, and then divided by number of data, 6. And don't forget to take square root. Okay, and I think it should be 64 plus 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 25 plus 36 over 6. Okay, and 答案係幾多嚟㗎？睇下先啊。Is it square root of 65 over 3? Can you get this number? 爛數嚟嘅應該係咪？咁就係開方65 over 3，若揀咗之後啊。Can you get this？ 掂唔掂 ？Okay, good. Next one 啊，唔係嗱，時間冇多，時間冇多，睇先。我哋搭幾多堂㗎？搭7定搭8啊？7
搭8啊，搭8。
搭7啊？
唔係喎，搭7應該早咗5分鐘嘅，因為俾你哋去
搭
7嘅。
8咩？
嗱，咁如果咁嘅話，搭8係上下一堂嘅應該，即係我哋個設計係有5分鐘去轉堂嘅。咁如果咁嘅話咧，我聽日先至教翻你哋去直接撳機撳個 SD 出嚟，咁樣 O 唔 OK？即係我哋要用個計數機咧，去到轉 mode 嘅，轉 mode，然之後咧你輸入晒嗰啲數據，數據1、數據2、數據3嘅話咧，撳兩個掣咧就可以計到個 SD 出嚟咁樣啦，得唔得？咁就唔使自己用嚟識計嘅 ，OK？咁呢個就聽日先至教你哋，咁樣 O 唔 OK？得唔得？好，我諗今日嘅教嘅應該冇乜大問題係嘛？大家都跟到我。好，如果咁嘅話，我哋今日去到呢度先啦，唔該晒，拜拜。
老 Sir 可唔可以 send 一次交功課嗰條 link 啊？即係交呢啲。
好啊好啊，我喺呢度 send 啊，係嘛？你等一陣啊。係喎，今日唔記得 send。
同埋咧，阿 Sir， 我想問，琴日咧咪做 exercise 11B 咧第14題嘅？
係。
跟住咧 B 嗰度咧，佢咪要畫嗰個 diagram 嘅。
係。
跟住但係咧，佢因為啲數咧，我見佢係即係佢唔係，例如佢15，佢係有3個15咁樣啦。咁如果畫嘅時候係點樣畫啊？
係喎，未講翻呢題喎，原來。嗱，我之後答咗你先啦，我聽日再講嘅話，我之後而家答咗你先啦都 ，OK？嗱呢個咧，佢咪有3個15嘅，其實你都係要將啲數據咧攤翻開晒佢 ，OK？ 即係咩意思咧？15、15、15，然之後咧有5個16個係嘛？1、2、3、4、5，跟住咧有2個17，1個18，呢度 get 到嗬？要攤翻開晒佢先至咧揾個 median， 揾個 Q1， 揾個 Q3。呢度咧 total 其實係有幾多數啊？佢唔係得4個數嘅啫噃，唔好同我講話淨係得15、16、17、18。係有幾多個數據啊？數下先，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。11個。11個係啦，有11個 good。11個數據排中間嘅，有冇一個人係排中間喺度？有啊，係嘛？16。應該係排第6嗰個，中間切一刀，呢個就係 Q2 啦，係咪啊 ？OK， 剩翻前半嘅中間切一刀，呢個咪 Q1 咯。後半嘅中間切一刀，呢個咪 Q3 咯。呢個 get 唔 get 到？咁我L 或者 S 就係 smallest datum 就係呢個啦 ，largest datum 就係呢個啦，係嘛？ 其實我哋係咪都係揾到呢5樣嘢喺度㗎？揾到呢5樣嘢出嚟啊？咁呢5樣嘢就係可以幫到我哋畫嗰個 box and whisker diagram 嗰5樣嘢嚟㗎啦。呢個記唔記到 ？OK， 佢就係問呢樣嘢咯，嗬，得唔得 ？OK， 所以今次咧呢啲係即係分咗一格嗰啲嘅數據嘅時候咧，你要攤翻開晒佢先可以睇到個 median 啦，同埋 Q1 同埋 Q3 嘅，得唔得 ？OK， 好就係咁樣。有冇其他問題？冇嘅話，我哋今日去到呢度先啦，好唔好 ？OK，goodbye。